This is Sway.
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 In the morning.
In the morning.
In the morning.
Shake your body.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Broadcasting live from Detroit on Shade 45.
That's right. We at Bob's Classic Kicks. Detroit, make some noise. Yo, Detroit is hard, man. Even when they make some noise, it sound hard, right? What's this? Detroit, make some noise. Yeah, they just go to a certain peak of celebration, and then it kind of sustains right there. It ain't go, man, y'all can smile up in here, man. Dang, man.
Good morning.
All right, let's go to the phone lines. We're at Bob's Classic Kicks, downtown Detroit. Come join us. We're going to go to Maria in North Carolina. What's up, Maria? Good morning.
Hey, it's Maria Davis. What's up with you? How you doing?
Hey, y'all say what's up, Maria? You hear that? What's going on? What's on your mind, Maria?
That is awesome. Nothing. I want to give a shout out to Detroit.
She gave a shout out to Detroit.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you, Maria, for having absolutely nothing to say. All right, we're going to go to Eddie in Atlanta. What up, Eddie?
Eddie.
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Doing great, man. What'd you like to say?
Yeah, I wanted to speak about the Black entrepreneur thing. I created the Learning Posse, whereas, all the kids, it's hard for them to learn their schoolwork. So what we did was we took all the schoolwork and the curriculum and gave them the hard beats and the same rhyme patterns that they listen to today and put it in the education form, and we put it out for them. I just wanted to network and just, talk to you about that at Mike Muse.
Okay, so you can hit Mike Muse directly at I am Mike Muse, right?
Yeah, hit me up on all my social media platforms. Would love to engage with you. Just let me know that you're a citizen of Sway in the morning, and I'll definitely respond back to you and give you any advice you need.
All right, thank you your call. And that's interesting that he talks about this program that they have where they're using lyrics and music for people as a form to express themselves, because there's a program that's here in Detroit where youth can enroll in a free music camp, and it's called Versus. All right, exploring literacy through lyrics and song. Versus program teaches students the art of songwriting, composing, performing, mixing, and recording instrumental and songwriting instructions by experts, mentors that come in and teach these kids directly. This is actually found right here at Michigan State University Community Music School and right here downtown Detroit. This program began in 2016. I love what this program is all about. Paul Rosenberg and I was on the phone last night, and he was telling me all about this program, and he said, you're going to love what it is that they do. And so I started researching it, and he hit it on the head. I really do. It's funded by the Carhart and the Marshall Mathers Foundation, using more than $240,000 in proceeds raised during an international auction that featured 10 pairs of limited edition Eminem and Carhartt and Air Jordan sneakers. Now, these sneakers are such a hot item. There are only so many that are out there, and they raised $240,000. Now, me being one of the franchise players here at Shade 45, I went down to Shady's Records office, the one in New York, because they got multiple ones, and I kidnapped Paul Rosenberg for about 30 minutes until he gave me my own pair.
Did you really?
So
it's only 9 pairs.
Yeah, so I took one of the pair, okay? So I got one of the pair. But here with us today from the Versus Project is the one and only Will Lankford. Give him a round of applause.
Hey, Will.
All right.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning, Detroit. Good morning, Sway. Thank you for having me here.
Will, what an amazing program. Like, what an effective way to reach the youth. How long you been with it?
So I've just been with Versus since January, but it has been the ride of my life. The kids keep me energized. They keep me engaged. And, their thirst to tell their own stories, it makes me bolder. It makes me stronger. So I'm glad to be a part of it.
What are some of the stories you're hearing from these kids, and who are these kids that are participating in the program?
Well, we have kids that range from 10 to 18. Some students are choral musicians. Some of them are sax musicians. Some of them mix and master with iPads. Some do a combination of all three. We have 10-year-old young men and young women who are already producers, who are already using drum kits, who are already organizing musical arrangements. So There's a lot of talent in Detroit.
Wow. What type of stories? Like, what is it that they're
So,
expressing?
I think that what's interesting is that there are so many arenas for adults to have conversation, but we don't create enough for young people. There aren't enough spaces where they can voice their stories. So you hear, about what's happening on Schoolcraft. You hear about these young people's interpretations of the issues that are going on in the Black Lives Matter movement. And they want a stage to talk to people about them. So you hear about their neighborhoods, you're hearing about their parents, you're hearing about what it's like taking the bus in the city of Detroit, growing up on the east side or the west side or downriver. And it's a whole narrative that informs what it means to be a Detroiter. And we have to make a space for that narrative to be heard by adults and with those kids and their peers.
What kind of result have you seen when Will Lankford, by the way, from the Versus Project here in Detroit, when the kids come back and say, hey, man, like, how has it affected them? A lot of times when kids go through a program, I remember going through programs as a youth thinking one way, and by the time I came out, I was so different that I wanted to thank, my instructors and tell them how they helped me and what they helped me with. What kind of feedback you get from the kids? Why they like it so much?
Well, there's a lot of Detroit spirit and a lot of Detroit love, but by the same token, in Detroit, we got our 6 Mile, our 7 Mile, we got our Cass, our King, our Renaissance, our DSA. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Our Pershing, our Doughboys. We got a lot of loyalties in different places.
Yeah.
So it can be difficult for kids to unite and later for adults to unite because we have these boundaries within our own community. A lot of times they're artificial.
Yeah.
Talking about which school, which side of the city, which this, which that. But we're all coming from the same place in a very similar circumstance.
Yeah.
So what you find with these young people is that they're able to circumvent, they're able to get around some of that, I'm from the west side, I'm from, this side of the mile, that side of the mile, and they're able to make music together. And when you have the opportunity to create something with somebody who could have been your enemy, that is a bond that's unbreakable.
Yeah.
You have people who wouldn't have conversation maybe if they passed each other on the street, making music about a revolution together.
Wow, that's great. Will Lankford, man, he painted a great picture, right, Mike?
Oh, yeah, he did.
Yeah.
We have a lot of different listeners on Sway in the Morning, and a lot of the citizens are in education particularly. What would you say to those listeners who may not be in the Metro Detroit area to do a program like that, or more so the benefits of doing a program like this for their students?
I think that our program provides a rich narrative. It provides a look at our own city. We're thinking about where does our city council need to go next? Where does our school board need to go next? Where do we need to go with our infrastructure? What do we need to invest in? Listen to the young people. Listen to the world that's occupied by the people that we're caring for. Listen to the world that's occupied by our students. And I think that when you invest in a program like this, you invest in empowering citizens. Yeah. You invest in empowering young people to believe that their voices matter. So we don't have situations where the only way to get your way is a fight. The only way to get your way is to do it in a bad way. Yeah. Instead, we're giving people a vehicle and a voice with which they can, achieve what it is they're after. And they don't have to be a musician.
Yeah.
But we're making them stronger in their resolve to get what it is that's out there for young people.
Wow, man. Will Lankford, man. Get this dude a round of applause, man. I can listen to this dude all day. You might want to start your own YouTube channel. How can people be a part of the Versus Project? And you don't have to be in Detroit to donate. You could be wherever you want to be in the world. And Versus Camp is starting August 8th through the 12th, and there's still some spots open. If you want to put your kids in this Versus Camp or donate money, how can they do it?
Well, we have online enrollment that's available. You can simply go to cmsmsu.edu to find information. You can enroll online. Our programs are available to people who live within the district, outside of the district. We take people with no musical experience, and we take people who can write a symphony with their eyes closed.
What's that address again?
That's cmsmsu.edu. That's the Community Music School, Detroit. And we're right down here on Woodward, so come look for us. The Spartans are waiting for you.
Thank you, Will. Why you try to start set tripping with the Spartans? You heard that? Go Blue. Will Lankford, give him a round of applause, man. We in the D right now. Absolutely. Bob's Classic Kicks. Come on down and join us. We got more to come. Sway in the Morning, Shade 4-5.
I'm putting the hi-hat in, yeah.
It's Sway in the morning, only
On Shade 45.